Lightning struck as soon as we fled that accursed island, like the gods themselves warned us of fleeing. Maybe to keep us safe, maybe to use us as a sacrifice to the great old ones who are clawing their way up from the depths. I hear somewhere west that the sea has opened up. They're calling it the abyss. The world is no longer for the living, I feel. I find my path still intertwined with this loose cannon of a crew. We aim for Port Nelson, but we find ourselves separated and lost at sea. I hope at some point I can close my eyes and bring on the end of this. Hello, and welcome to our Pirate Borg series. I say Starfinder. Pirate Borg series. Strange encounter. Sorry, there's just like there's a lag over here on my end. We're back. We're back in it, baby. We've got all of these lovely faces around me. Hey, in some kind of order that I'm sure I'll come up with. Wait, I already did because I wrote it down earlier. In this order that I'm about to say, if you want to say, I don't know, who you are and who you're playing, starting with Retson.
How's it going? I'm your friend Retson. I'll be playing as Garthew, the strange wig-wearing mutineer. And he probably won't last very long this session. You'll get to see him die. It'll be a great time.
Incredible. Aaron.
Oh, hi. I'm Aaron. I'm playing Nettie this time. Rip spots. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see more about him when we start, I guess.
Hell yeah. Beth.
That's me. I was very ready and not looking up French words. It's me.
Okay.
I'm back. And I will be playing a little French rat named Fluff Bucket.
Incredible. Paul.
I am very ready because I don't spend my time trying to look up French words, so I'm prepared. I'm Paul. I'm going to be playing Corvin, the definitely completely qualified ship's doctor who definitely knows about medicine and hasn't recently mysteriously lost an organ. Which, particularly for like the ship's doctor or whatever, is like, that's not good, is it? That's not a good sign. That's not good branding.
No, not good branding. That's for sure. Grayson.
Hi, I'm Grayson. I will be playing the haunted who is haunted tonight. Renaissance.
Renaissance. There's some French words for you, Beth.
Not French, though.
Renaissance, I think, is French for real semen.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm here too. I'm your harbor keeper, Justin. Hello. Last session, you all found yourselves fleeing a deserted island when the weather took a bit of a turn for the worse. Lightning crashed down from the heavens, splitting the raft apart and separating the crew. For those on the main raft, you were joined by a fishman from the depths named Hyde, and a fellow crewmate from the Tarantula, Fluff Bucket, a rat with a machete. FB was concerned over the missing Garthew, who found himself on a raft with Nettie and Gaspar Crimson Blood Leon, another survivor of the Tarantula, classic pirate. When confronted with a direction to travel, Renee committed to sailing towards some form of civilization. The raft drifted eastward, but along the way you spotted the bodies of the Tarantula crew floating aimlessly around the waters. You brought one on board. Corvin checked for signs of life, while Renee checked if you owed him money. Before you know
Two different characters right there.
Yeah, truly. Before you knew it, the corpse sprung to life and attempted to chomp down on your limbs as other corpses righted themselves in the water and floated towards the raft. Battle erupted on board, and you fended off the undead, slicing heads and kicking corpses into the ocean. You all managed to make it through, unscathed, yay! I don't have the applause button. Yay! A few hours later, you landed on the island known as Rum Cay. Civilization was top of your minds as you ventured through the center of the island, through the thick jungle brush and rolling hills. FB spotted a bit of a clearing with a giant blue hole opened up in the earth. Taking a gander into the water, Renee tried to spot if anything was down there, but was met by a deathly figure looking back up at him, who attempted to grab him by the throat. Hyde, our new fishman friend, dove into the blue hole as he thought he spotted something down below the waves. The walls of the blue hole were covered in these strange shelled creatures with these green eyes that followed Hyde down as he unearthed an ancient tablet from the depths. You all made it through the jungle, finally towards civilization. Stopped in for a bite to eat and a pint of grog at Juba's Tavern, a beach shipwreck turned establishment. Juba pointed out that he needed some work done, and if the crew needed to buy a ship, there was a merchant market nearby, the artsy pirate market, I think I called it. You learned that there was a lifeboat. You learned that there was a longboat named Driftwood for sale for 400 silver. You inquired about the larger, more elegant tartan ship nearby, and the merchant, Esperanza, said, over her dead, bloated corpse. From there, you ran a job for Juba, getting 500 silver for the crew, pretty good, and celebrated the night away with drinks and food. Of course, what a celebration we had. The next morning, however, not everything was fine. Corvin, the resident medic of the group, awoke on the elegant tartan ship with a vicious, deep cut in his side and a trail of blood leading out of the room. Hyde, our friendly fisherman, woke up with 200 silver, richer, incredible. And the rest of you mostly had a normal, undisturbed sleep. But we flash back to the final moments on the deserted island as Nettie stabs down into the pale, sickly torso of their crewmate Spots. A look of confusion on Spots' face as his body hits the sand, lifeless. Nettie, you're fairly fixated on chasing down Renee, but you swear you spotted a young boy looking at you, smiling from the beach. And it leaves your mind in the moment as you're running after Renee, and it's only later that it dawns on you that there were no children aboard the Tarantula. Nettie, Garthew, and Gaspar, you all aimlessly float on the ocean. Barely enough space on this broken section of a raft that you find yourselves on. It's a few hours before you reach land, but that gives you plenty of time to get a little bit of rest. Garthew, you can feel the claw wound that you suffered from the sea crab burning, and the veins around the wound are turning black and kind of slowly moving out across your body. Not the greatest sign, but before too long, you three spot land. The little raft bobs around before smacking against the shoreline. Garthew, you're not feeling well, and we're gonna go over to Talespire because we did some healing before we jumped in for the long rest and short rests and all that stuff. But Garthew, you are poisoned, which means that you need to roll a D6.
Okay, so I can't fully die because I have 8 HP.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You allowed me to rest.
Incredible.
So let's see.
Oh my god, 6.
Oh my god. Okay.
That would have fucking killed you if you didn't.
That would have been... I ended the last session with 3 HP, so...
But even if you rolled poorly to heal, that still would have been that was,
wild,
truly wild.
That was absolutely life-risking.
Fucking incredible. Nettie, Garthew, and Gaspar, you all, the three of you find yourselves on the dock. Nettie, do you want to reintroduce your character now that we've kind of established who they are?
Sure. Nathaniel, or Nettie, is quite a large man, really broad shoulders. His hair is black and it's in a low ponytail behind him. He's in a double-breasted suit. It's pinstriped, looks very classy, though I expect after we've been on a raft for a few hours, it's probably come off and he's like rolled up his sleeves or something. He is carrying his net still. And he also has what looks like a pretty nice rapier on his hip.
Fancy. Very fancy. Hell yeah. The three of you are kind of on the dock. Gaspar looks at you all. Right, well, that was quite the adventure we just found ourselves on. Listen, I appreciate your help getting to Port Nelson, but I think maybe we'll be parting ways here. I never did have much love for Bloodwhip or the Tarantula, and I think I'll settle here for a few days. I might head to Coral Town if I can get a ship that way.
Coral Town.
Yes, lots of good bit of work out that way. Good few have been heading over.
Lots of people.
Good few people, yeah. Lots of couple of nobles have been set up in the area.
Nobles.
Yeah.
What about you? What's wrong with you, boy? Looking at Garthew.
I am upset in the stomach. I need the medical attention.
Wasn't there a doctor, some man who claimed he was a doctor on the ship?
Oh yeah, that'd be Corvin.
Him.
Speaking of Corvin, not too far away, we're gonna move over to the Tartan ship. The ship slowly rocks in the harbor as Corvin, you are laying on a bed with a vicious wound in your side, a blood trail leading to the door. The doors of this kind of cabin you find yourself in. Much the same as Garthew. I want to make a correction for those listening. At the end of the session, I said Corvin has 1 hit point. There was no real justification for that. I just kind of said it in the moment, and as I was re-listening to the episode, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So we played by the rules, which is always a good thing, and not always a good thing, which is sometimes mostly a good thing. And and so we did the long rest that you would have gotten, but now we're going to roll a d6 to see how much bleeding damage you take. Could this... What's your hit point maximum that you have?
Okay.
Or your current hit
hold on.
points. Sorry.
My maximum is 11,
Incredible.
which, is very safe. That's great if you want to roll a d6. My current hit points, I think, is 3.
Great. The doctor I need, ladies and gentlemen.
Meanwhile, here he is just dying off screen. Roll a d6, you say?
Yes.
I do have 2 points of Devil's Luck.
Great. Fantastic news.
Great. But Corvin's been really lucky with his dice rolls. Like, uncommonly lucky, so let's see what happens. Nope. There we go. That's not uncommonly lucky.
You can spend a Devil's Luck and roll, I think, another d6 to reduce that damage.
Oh my God.
Or you can spend a Devil's Luck to re-roll the dice. Both sort of the same.
Go for reduce. Mathematically, that makes more sense.
reduce makes a lot more sense, I think, than just hoping I roll a 1 or a 2. So it's 4, and I'm going to reduce it by this number.
Correct.
Great.
Incredible. Incredible. You manage to you look down and the wound looks like it was partially sewn up, actually. At first you thought you might have had just like a brutal open wound that was just, I mean, it is bleeding, there is blood everywhere, but it looks like whatever happened during the night, they might have tried to sew you back up. And all you remember is that during the drinking, you, a large, very elegant three-mast ship pulled in, and captained by Isabella Jenny, Genny. And their crew seemed to be buying drinks for everyone. Renee certainly had quite a few drinks. And, but the last thing you remember is them buying you drinks at Juba's Tavern, and now you woke up here bleeding on this bed. But you're not dead. We've negated 2 character deaths at the top of the session. Incredible.
I love that.
What's Corvin doing as you lay in bed? Actually, I should describe you have the bleeding condition, which can be taken care of with the use of your medical kit. So if you wish to spend some time, you can definitely do that.
I mean, I feel like if he's waking up in this situation and he must have some idea, like clearly something's happened, obviously. And he's got to spend like some amount of time just trying to, that thing where like I can't, as a sober, rational human being, sometimes I can't remember everything that I did yesterday anyway without any drink or any pirates. I just forget some details of my last day. So I'm guessing he probably spends a while trying to rack his brains, see if he can remember anything that happened, or have any idea of like how he got up in this situation. But if nothing's coming back, he's going to try and assess his injury and assess the quality of like some kind of surgery.
Yeah.
Where is this scar? It's on the abdomen somewhere?
Yeah, it's just like up along your side, basically.
Like above the rib cage? On the rib, below the rib cage?
It's like almost a foot. It's a very large wound. Also, your character does have some abilities that you might be able to get some answers to some questions.
He does have some, for example, some clairvoyant knowledge.
You get a certain amount of those per day, I think.
Yes, when I leveled up, it leveled up the same spell.
Oh.
So rather than gaining a new spell, I'm just better at that spell.
Hell yeah.
Which is interesting and maybe character appropriate. So Corvin's like medical knowledge is more limited than he actually lets on, but I feel like he does have enough knowledge that he will try and like assess what's happened and use his medical gear that he has right now to patch himself up a little more and like see exactly how bad this injury is and see if the bleeding can be stopped and if there's any pain sort of reduction that can be done. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's even a roll. I think you do all that. You use your medical kit to tend to your wound. You can take off one of the uses that you have for that medical kit, but you take care of the bleeding condition. That's what that medical kit is there for. So
it's good.
You do it.
I'm very pleased about that. The trail leading out the door is begging to be investigated, which it will be in a minute. I think once things hurt a little more and it doesn't look like I'm gonna die, do I have any memory of like being in this cabin before on this ship?
I don't think you, unless you want to use one of your abilities, but I don't think you immediately recognize the interior or anything like that. Like it's not a ship you've ever been on before in your life, I suppose.
I think it would be a good idea to head over to the door and see if I can open the door of the cabin and get onto the deck.
Yeah, easy enough. There's no trouble opening the door, and you kind of creak it open, and as you walk out, you can see you're still in Port Nelson. You're on Esperanza's tartan ship. No one is kind of on deck. You see that it's very early morning. You hear some voices down on the docks below you. But in general, the sleepy port town seems. I can move you if you wish.
I'm
you
trying to
actually,
move my character.
no,
through the door.
I realized you can actually right-click the doors and just and open them, but I can.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, excellent. Come on, cool.
Not that you have to move your characters in Talespire or anything like that. It's this map is just to have a map, just there. You hear some voices. You look around. The blood trail leads off of the ship and across the gangplank, and you kind of spot it leading to another area where another ship would have been docked, but nothing is docked there. But you look down, you see Garthew, you see Nettie, and Gaspar. Gaspar's walking away, actually.
Does Garthew notice Corvin?
Probably, yeah. I would imagine, unless Corvin is...
So he shouts, Mr. Corbin, I have crabs, Mr. Corbin.
I can't deal with this right now. Yeah, no, I'll move towards the edge of the ship and lean down and notice everyone. I think probably Corvin's voice is hoarse, and he probably looks terrible. And I would imagine he probably looks pale and like not remotely his best right now. So I'm just going to lean on the railing or lean on the edge of the ship and just sort of stare back at people for a moment. 2 or 3 seconds go past. And I think Corvin thinks for a moment and says, where is everyone? Where's everyone else?
Garthew doesn't know.
What happened last night? Wait, why are you here? Where have you come from?
Where's
I
Renee?
thought we'd lost you. Where is everyone? What's happened? Something happened last night.
I killed the man and the crab caught me. Anyway, I feel very sick. I need your help.
Something's happened to me. Were you here last night?
We just got here. Are you sure you want him to help you? He looks bad.
He is the smartest man I know.
Oh no.
Okay.
Something's happened to me. I'm injured. Where is everyone?
Speaking of where is everyone, hey, somewhat nearby, kind of away from the shore, we spot the interior of an old broken ship where Renee, FB, and Skaggs all wake up. Inside of this, this is where you've been staying as you've paid Juba for a night's rest, basically.
I just like wake up with the rat on my face.
Little puddle of rat drool.
Oh.
My little feet are going in my sleep.
Oh.
So cute.
You've got your little dream journal next to you.
It looks like it was open and there's a partial entry.
Hey, Fluff Bucket.
Huh?
You know,
Huh?
I can be your new Garth.
Lenny, is that you? I push off from your face. Lenny, I mean this in the nicest way possible.
It's the gangrenous.
It's the gangrene. It's not doing you any favor. Your hair is quite nice, but it is also not as nice as Garthew's.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I have not given up on finding Garthew. But like if he's dead, then like maybe.
No, he's alive. We should
Well,
find
I
him.
will totally find him. Yeah, wait.
Okay.
Right.
Skaggs, wake up.
Morning. Jesus, what the fuck happened last night?
Where is our little fish friend? And by little, I mean absolutely fucking ginormous.
Yeah, he was jacked. That was one jacked fishman.
There was way too much muscles.
Yeah.
Why?
One jacked seaman, I say.
we're doing
Here we
this
go.
again, are we?
Oh,
It's going to be a whole evening of this. Just strap in. Just ride the turbulence.
strap in and jack
Yeah.
off. I don't know.
When a rat tells you to strap in, you know it's happening.
So, Nelly.
I don't know where Hyde went. I to be honest, I don't remember most of last night. Those pirates sailed in. They were buying us all drinks. What a grand old time. What a lovely night we
I
had.
had a fucking blast.
The fishman was real, though, right? Like, he was not a figment of my imagination.
Fishmen are real. That was a real fish person. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he was really buff. So I was like,
FB, you're a talking rat.
all right. I studied for many years.
I didn't say
I
you
learned
didn't.
under the masters.
I don't
Do you
like
have a
it.
problem with me?
All right, FB. All right, it's early. That's the butter knife. You're buttering your biscuit there, FB.
Such an aggressive rat.
I adore
You
him.
better watch out or you're going to lose another organ.
I'm not even there. don't get remotely mean at me over like a time difference.
Should we head out? Maybe the rest of them are at Juba's, or we also need to
I
figure
think
out
so, but
buying.
I have a question for all of you first. So, like, the fishman, not a figment of our imagination, but did you guys see that other guy that was in our room?
Who?
Pardon? Another man?
All right.
What the fuck do you mean, alright? Was there
It's-
someone
it's
in the room?
fine.
Did they take our stuff? Can I look through my bag? Do I have my stuff?
All your stuff's there.
I can't with.
Such an aggressive, like, you know how some people are just really, some guys get really aggressive because they're insecure. It's like the most insecure rat.
I mean, he's small.
I am slightly deranged. Leave me alone.
That is, yes, you are.
It's a short rat king, like a short king.
I am a short rat king.
Short rat king. Short rat king.
All right, let's go find Garthu, I guess.
René, may I perch upon your shoulder?
I don't know. I was denied. You know.
Well, like I said, like you are like a close runner-up.
What?
Okay. All right, you can perch on the shoulder. You might want to do it on the left one because I think the right one's going.
Oh. Ooh. If Corvin leaves, you should maybe get him to look at that.
Yeah, I was thinking about upgrades.
Corfin's got quite the dance card piling up.
Yep.
You three walk out of the little kind of. It's not even enclosed. It's literally fucking the mid deck of a ship that's been chopped, and it's just kind of there. You three walk out. The town, Port Nelson, very quiet. A very different mood than last night. Lots of revelry. Lots of like pirates kind of around. You see the market is no longer open. The only stall that's in there is Esperanza, who is up at dawn. It's got some fish out. Kind of looks like she's preparing some stuff like salting, filleting, all that good stuff. The town is very quiet. A lot of pirates have left. They're up at sunlight. They're gone, heading somewhere else. Who knows where. Juba's is fairly quiet as well. You spot a couple of pirate tents. A couple of groups are still kind of left in the area. But walking up from the docks, you spot Corvin, Garthu, Nettie, and you see Gaspar kind of like veering away from the group ever so slightly. But Garthu, roll me a presence check. And again, it's just a DR12 that we're aiming for in this system.
Okay, my presence is -1.
Perfect.
So 15.
Great. Success. You're walking up. There's a few, again, a couple of pirate groups that are, not many of them, that you see around. Maybe two that you can spot. There's a slightly larger group of pirates who all look grizzled, and they're kind of hunched over a little fire that they have, and they seem to be like grilling some food, and kind of just like a few of them. You see one throwing up in the corner. Gaspar is kind of like walking in their direction, and you see a few of them kind of like cast you a pretty heavy gaze, and then just kind of keep an eye as all of you walk up the beach. But then you all kind of make it out of eye line fairly quickly. They're not taking up a huge amount of space.
Okay, I make eye contact with these guys as I pass by, and I bend over and I vomit out tiny crabs, like just lots of little crabs, and then I look at them and keep walking.
Little crabs.
Is that like a power move? Is that how you assert dominance?
In this moment, it is.
Incredible.
You really want to go back to that?
That is a miracle!
That's a miracle?
Wait!
Run.
We fished 4 hours to get that amount of crabs.
You know what? You're not wrong. It's true.
Cartel!
Oh, my amigo!
Bonjour,
Fluff bouquet!
Fluff bouquet.
Oh my god.
Insanity.
How are you? You have brought us this feast.
I would not eat this if I were you. I have the crabs thickness. I vomit some more crabs.
Yeah, don't eat crabs that have just come out of a man's mouth.
Why not?
Oh, hey, Nettie.
Everything to this rat is an argument. Is a reason to have an argument.
I'm walking over to Renee and putting my large arm over his shoulder. There's a talking rat on one side, so reach around.
About earlier.
Renee,
How much did I owe you again?
you've forgotten.
I just wanna. I think we can squash all of this, you know.
As in, you will pay me the money you owe me.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Sounds great. I'll take it now.
Renee will pull out 6 silver. Look at Nettie.
Puts it in his hand that has like rings all on it. 6. Renee.
Isn't that not
It's your first installment.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
He'll
Do you have
take
a
out
plan to
one
make
more
more?
silver.
Oh, so you were holding out on me, Renee.
Well, I thought I might need to buy something before we head out.
Is that more important than paying me back?
Well, I gotta live to pay you back, don't I?
That is true. And there seems to be quite a variety of illnesses around right now.
Yeah,
Also,
they're fucking gross.
Why is the rat talking?
Now what?
No,
You
it's
don't think
not.
I have anything to say?
All right, FP. All right, it's early, FP.
The rat has a machete. Where'd that come from?
I got
Don't
something
ask
down.
questions you don't want the answer to.
Wait. What? I am minding my own business, and then all of a sudden I am being attacked?
Just a question. I've never seen a talking rat before, but I've also never seen a man throw up crabs.
It is a miracle
I am
of life
thick,
to
okay?
find new wonders. Wait.
Right. Is this all that's left of our crew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. This is it. Yeah, there was a ship, and we were attacked, and we've. Yeah, this is it. This is it now. Yep, this is all there is. This is crab guts and protein chugging defensive rat machete and Rene and you. Yeah.
Corvin
just
are
sits
you
down.
bleeding? Do you
Not
have
as much as I
wound?
was, no. Actually, I'm bleeding a lot less now, which is progress.
I mean, Corvin's always been gangrenous.
That's not true. I just have a skin condition, okay? It's actually very common.
Is it like eczema?
It's a skin condition caused by exposure to the sun and dehydration, and it happens to everyone. Hey, look, everyone. Listen, shut up. Listen. What happened last night? Because I can't remember, and something happened, and the ship came in and left. And that's I need to know for reasons, okay? What happened last night?
You have a good time? I had a good time.
What did you do? What did everyone do last night?
I don't remember, but I woke up with this little guy on my face.
Okay, that's bestiality. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about that. Like a ship came in. Like something's happened. Look at this, and like Corvin like lifts up his shirt.
Jesus, Corvin.
You owe people money too.
I don't owe people money. I don't owe people money. I look.
Maybe you don't owe them money anymore.
I keep it good. I took the captain's treasure map, and we can. I think we should get a ship and be.
Come again?
Oh right, they weren't there, Corvin.
Oh shit. Wait, I'll fill you in a minute. We can be privateers. I think we can get a ship, maybe get a crew. But right now, I need to find out what happened last night because I think something happened to me and I can't remember. And I woke up on that ship. I don't know how I got on that ship, but I don't know why I'm by myself. I don't know what's going on. How are you? Where did you? So you two are alive. Obviously, you're alive. I can see you. You're alive. You're in front of me. I can tell. Don't answer that question. What is happening?
You need to maybe take a breath there, boy. You seem to be all out of sorts.
It is not good for conversation to tell people to shut up and then ask them questions and then say don't answer those questions. This is kind of mixed signals.
He's a philosopher.
A velocipher?
A velociraptor?
Is that not what they're called?
Did we say a velociraptor? Is that what we said?
Velociraptor!
It's me! All I can say is, Corvin, it looks like you're alive, so I don't really know why you're complaining.
Look, I think something's missing in here.
So what are you going to do? Demand it back? Say, give it back to me and just put it back in? I do not think that's how that works.
Look, hey, who's the doctor here?
I truly do not know.
Who's got the opposable thumbs here?
I don't need thumbs to stab you with this.
All right, FB. All right.
Calm down. Something else vital. So much disrespect in the morning.
I thought I would get away from all the rat. Thought I'd get away from the rat bros by going to the Caribbean. Look,
they're all over the place.
I just did anyone see anything? What does anyone remember about last night?
Well, I had this unusual time where we were all aboard of a boat, but saying aboard this boat, suddenly there was a large wheel of cheese, and on this wheel of cheese was written a declaration, and it read, "The one who eats the cheese pays the price." What do you think that means?
Did I eat cheese last night? Is that what happened?
I don't know. Did you eat cheese last night?
I can't remember. Corvin starts looking for like cheese crumbs on his clothes, which I assume he slept in and bled in.
It bled in, for sure.
I start sniffing Corvin for cheese crumbs.
Sniff
what,
an
do you
Englishman.
want to help?
Don't sniff an Englishman. That's like the first rule.
I have not done this rule.
FB, give me a presence check.
This is the stupidest that I've ever been. Oh, right, we're rolling on here. That is saying something. Not
Let's
very
roll,
good.
Don't sniff an Englishman.
10 total.
10 total. No cheese.
No, truly no cheese.
Truly no cheese.
Travesty.
Look, all I'm saying is I can't remember what happened. Maybe somebody saw something. Maybe you saw people leaving. Maybe you saw a ship. There was the is it Jenny, Isabel, Jenny, Isabel? I can't remember. There was some crew. I
Isabel,
remember that.
Jenny. Yep. She's that whole crew pretty famous. They've been sailing these seas for years now.
Are they still here?
Nope.
They came into port and left.
I believe they absconded with your organ.
Could be worse. They could have taken one that mattered. Seems like you didn't know them a lot.
True.
Look,
Like I said, you're
hey.
still alive.
Maybe they
Got
took
2 kidneys.
maybe you began to show symptoms of this appendicitis. And they
Maybe
performed
they
an
helped
emergency
your
That's
rat.
not where the appendix is.
I do not know. I am not a doctor.
Or maybe they
No, you're not. You're a rat.
maybe they gave
Oh,
you
you're an Englishman. What is the difference?
maybe they gave you an extra spleen.
I don't think that's. And then Corvin just has to like sit down and just like hold his
Listen,
head because his blood
Corvin,
pressure's probably really low.
I know you're upset, but
Yeah.
like Skag said, they're one of the most famous crews in all this area, you know? What do you want us to do? You want us to go after them?
You know what? Maybe we should.
Corvin, that was sarcasm.
You're not the person who's missing something.
You want to get your little pieces back and put them back inside you? I will help you.
You got a crab on the edge of your mouth, just there.
Excuse me.
It's hanging onto the wing, blowing in the wind.
You been eating crabs?
I am afflicted since Mr. Dr. Corbin, since you are a medical professional. Please observe my symptoms. And Garth, vomits more crabs all over the ground.
Oh my
in front of
God,
him.
no!
I just go, oh, bounty, merci.
Okay, all right. Oh my God. Okay. I might need a moment to like consult. I've got like a little journal. I need to read my medical journal, and I just actually, maybe if I just get some water and something as well, and some food.
All right.
That's what I need to do, and we can help you. We can help you. I'm sure.
Sure.
You all gather yourselves and look towards Juba's again, the giant beached, wrecked ship that has turned into an establishment. As you're all walking, Nettie, you kind of are looking around as you're wont to do with your position that you have. You see a host of pirates, as described, but there's just one sickly child looking in your direction, kind of tattered clothing, very 1,000-yard stare hanging off their face, and they just raise a hand and wave at you.
That's not good.
Garth, you shoots the child.
Hey, Nettie, what's going on? I know that look.
Don't often see kids on the waters.
No.
There
See
ain't no
that
kids
kid
here.
over there.
No.
It is there are
Over
no
there.
infants upon this island.
We're from very different parts of the world, and
Wait.
something in your language was lost on me in that sentence.
Okay, let me speak clear. There Oh no! Enfant! Enfant, you know, un petit
Child.
garçon! Oui!
Infants. No infants.
Upon this island! You know, this is an island, it's part of like a peninsula!
Yes.
Archipelago! Oui?
But there's one over there. Did you
No.
see him with the pirates? I saw him on the island that we left.
And Nettie, when you
Wow.
look back, no one's there.
No. Never mind, he's
Do I
run
see
off.
anyone if I look this way?
Nope.
Hey, Nettie.
Yes.
I think you and I should form an alliance.
Oh, I forgot about the alliances.
Renee, have you forgotten? We're already in an alliance. You owe me money.
Right, but I think we could be good friends.
Hey.
I would like that, because I don't think you want me to not be your friend, Renee.
Hey, Renee, we could be the Tryrates.
Do you want him, Nettie?
Justin had that primed for weeks.
I promise you, Skaggs is a loyal friend.
Yep.
Sure. We can see how this goes.
All right, I'm trying to get the rat to join our alliance.
Okay. What about
I'm
the man who
stroking
has
Garthew's wig.
Fluff bouquets on my head at this point, I guess.
what about the man who has a treasure map? Who also seems to be dying. Do we just let that happen, maybe?
I'm fine. Spurt, squirt, ooze, ooze.
Garth, punctuates
seen-
this with another vomit.
I've seen people lose organs before, and frankly,
What?
the fact that he's still alive. Oh, sorry. The fact that you're still alive, it couldn't have been that important.
Bodes well.
You've seen people lose organs before?
When you owe a certain amount of money and you don't have it.
I don't
All right,
owe
Nettie.
I haven't, there's no bargains, there's no one after me. I don't know.
You don't remember last night.
Look, I wouldn't have, I'm not a guy who gets into trouble.
That's always
Yeah.
the way, isn't it?
You tell me, you're the person who seems to have the organ knowledge.
It's more like a lending knowledge. You know? Like a give and take sort of business.
This seems very much like a take business right now,
Mm-hmm.
from my
So
point
they-
of view.
You know, I was gonna say it's because you look real healthy, but Corbin, that's not fucking true.
It is true you look riddled with diseases.
Who, me?
Wait. With your
I-
skin condition. You look a little scaly or something.
So, like, I'm just wondering why they took your organ, you know, if you don't owe anything to anybody.
Hey, I'm trying to remember last night. And maybe someone here, maybe one of you saw something. Maybe. I feel like I might have been hoodwinked. I feel hoodwinked.
Corbin,
Uh-huh.
you know you're a pirate, right?
I'm a skilled ship's physician.
I don't know what that means.
Go on, what is it, Rene? What do you mean? What are you aiming at? Yeah.
Just said you don't get into trouble, but ain't that what we do?
I am here to help.
Aye, Lee. Aye. We all agree. We are here for trouble, for adventure, for treasure, for friendship.
Treasure, yeah. They took an organ, but tell me they didn't take the treasure map.
And at this point, Corvin probably like pats himself out and checks his leather pouch and all his different things to see if he actually does have all of his other stuff.
You're not missing anything, no?
I have everything.
Including I don't know who has it, but you collectively have 500 silver. Hyde has 200, and Hyde is not here right now. You look around and there's no sign of Hyde.
No hide nor hair.
As I pet Garth's hair.
Well done, mi amigo. I high-five the little rat with his little hand.
Oh, wait, this way.
Look at them over there.
Renee, if you want, I can get up in your shoulder.
All right now, but maybe we could try later. All right, Corvin, why don't we buy ourselves a ship and we find ourselves a crew?
And find my organ. And
Sure, that's part of it.
it
And
is.
cure
been
my
sold
crab.
already.
To who? Who buys organs?
All sorts of people. Are you sure you're a doctor?
I'm a physician.
He does not seem to care that I have the crabs.
That's
The crabs should be your priority. Can you not
Okay.
see the cartoon is in pain? His
See.
beautiful visages is marred with an expression of pain and suffering. All you
Let
care
me-
about
I
is your own self, your own woes. Is it not part of your oath to care for others and their health? And here you are, my organ, my organ. My friend has the crabs.
Garthy's really glad to have his friend back, advocating for him at last.
I will say this, though. Garthy was pulling attention. Everybody's looking at him because he's so fucking beautiful.
He is
With
the
the
most
crab
beautiful
juice
pirate. Yeah, I've
Dribbling
never seen-
down the corner of his mouth.
Even with all that vomit. What a vision. What a vision.
He adjusts his wig with his eyes darting around.
The crab is still waving.
Crabs in my wig.
Let me get some food and a drink here. And I will
Alright.
study my notes and get right back to Garthew. And we'll deal with this crab condition.
Thank you, Doctor. Gracias.
Crab dish.
And this is Corvin's cue to both try and genuinely do that, but also sneak into a dark corner and commune with the spirits.
Yeah, I mean, easily done. You all walk back into Juba's. It's very, very quiet. There's just a few people at some tables. Last night it was jam-packed. You almost couldn't get anywhere to sit down. You see Juba just kind of way off in the back behind the counter, prepping something, looking at some of the goods behind the counter. Someone is in behind. You hear the sizzle of things being fried up. Oh, hey, welcome back, friend. Please grab a seat anywhere you like. I'll be with you in just a couple of moments. But Corvin, it's pretty easy to just find a place to yourself. If you're using your clairvoyance, it's a
Yes.
spirit roll, and it's a difficulty because you leveled it up. It's only a difficulty of 10.
10, yeah. And the great thing about my spirit is it's +3. That's my good stat.
Hell yeah.
So, in theory, this...
in
I don't know why I even said that.
theory.
That's just hubris. 16. That's great.
We've done
I love
it.
that.
And what is the question that you're asking?
It's pretty straightforward. I just want to be asking the spirits, what is the nature of Garthew's condition? What's caused this? Immediately, I'm in the back of my mind. Corvin is thinking like this is supernatural in some way. This is not something that actually I can just give him medicine or tonic or something for.
Yeah, you your vision is kind of thrust back in time to the beach, and you actually are embodying. You see these. You look around. You're embodying one of these crabs, these massive crabs with these like. You see this acid kind of dripping off of the pincers as they're encroaching onto the beach itself. You get this very supernatural vision of the encounter, and you see it just kind of clamp into Garthew's leg, and the vile poison kind of seeps into the wound itself, and you find yourself back in your quiet corner, and you kind of have a realization of how you could utilize some of your medical goods to take care of this for Garthew in this moment.
Oh, that's great. That's a deal. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
And you get, if you use a medical kit, if you expend one of your medical kits, you can take care of the poisoned condition for Garthew. You just get this overwhelming sense of deep dread when you were on that beach, as in there was a darker motive behind why those creatures were crawling out of the sea. It definitely felt unnatural.
Huh.
And you certainly, I mean, this is no surprise to anybody in general, but you've heard stories of the Dark Caribbean in general, but there seems to be an uptick in the amount of people rising back from the dead, ghost ship galleons sailing through dark fog in stormy seas. It all just seems worse than you could have ever imagined.
Like things are escalating.
Something like that.
Huh. That's an experience to have. All right. Over the course of having something to eat and thinking about this, then Corvin will basically construct in his head like a rudimentary diagnosis, and then return to Garthew and say, look, okay, I think if we administer this, if I give you this tonic, if I put this mixture together, we should be able to purge your system of the crabs. No guarantee of which end all of the crabs are going to come out of, but within the next 48 hours, you should be crab free.
Garthew gives you a troubled look, but he takes your tonic from you.
The crabs, you've got a classic crab ingestion. I've seen it before. Unfortunately, it does happen in the Dark Caribbean. But yeah, take this with every meal. I just need to also do an assessment of what actually probably is good if I just listen to your chest and to your breathing, make sure the crabs haven't got in anywhere else, like in your lungs or in your ears. Probably gotta have a look in your ears and anywhere else.
Okay, doctor.
That's it. I feel good about this. I feel like we can decrab you pretty quickly.
Like many true seamen, I now have crabs. I tick it off my list.
You have hold on. You have are these aspirations?
The experience of a true seaman, I now have the crabs. Like a true seaman.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you have it written down? Can I have a look?
Yeah, you can see here that it fine gold.
You've spelled crabs with a K here.
Befriend. Sorry, English not my first language.
Right.
Befriend rats. Get crabs. Get rich. Find treasure.
Question mark, profit.
This is like a bucket list. It is something I invented. It is important to have goals that are achievable.
Yeah, the idea came from my friend Fluff Bouquet to have a bouquet list.
Wait. And he keeps that in his pocket along with me, Fluff Bucket list.
And now I check off the crabs.
His bucket pocket list.
Bucket pocket list.
I feel happy that you've achieved some aspirations. I think when you wrote crabs, you were thinking of something different. However,
Who can say when you get the crab, you don't count the blessing? You know, the crab is in you. You have the crab.
Oh, like kind of like Christ, right?
Wait.
That is not what I'm talking about.
Oh, all right.
You have to accept what the universe gives you. The universe is sometimes mysterious. It does not. You say, "Oh, I want riches, I want fortune," but then you are threadbare, you are poor. But then you find out, "Oh, I am rich in thought. Oh, I am rich in friendship." You do not know exactly how the universe will take your desires and manifest them. It is just you put them out there, Coven. I think you need to also come up with a bucket list. I think you are downtrodden. I think you are struggling beneath despair. And
The things he say are just so beautiful. I could listen to him speak for hours.
my bucket list is get organs back. That's my one. That's
you need more than one
I
thing
have
on your
that written
bucket
down here
list.
too.
Hey, you should put it on your list. Real semen.
Wait.
I'll put that on my list, Renee. Number one.
All right.
Be try it with Renee. I'll check that one off now. Number 2.
Got it.
Real semen.
Wait.
Number 3. Corvin, Oregon.
I mean, that's more of a him bucket list, I see.
I'll cross that one out.
have
I'll
to
cross
be
that
on
one
your
out.
Wait, wait,
I'll
wait.
move it to 5 in case we
Something
have
like
3
you
or
know,
4.
like climb a tall mountain. Watch a sunset with someone you love, you know?
I don't think I want
Fucking-
any.
Die.
I stare into
You know?
Fluff Bucket's eyes when he says that.
Number 3, die. Okay, I'll put that at 3.
Wait.
Number 4, get the treasure from that treasure map.
That should be
that
number
order-
1. I
Okay, I'll
think.
put that at 0 above number 1. Get treasure.
Perfect.
Treasure map.
I mean, the order is not important, it is the journey.
I think the
It
order.
is
As
not
long
the
as you get a
destination.
taste of the true semen.
Yeah.
Crabs and semen are not on my list. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to get.
Corvin, what the fuck do you want?
When you are being what they call a
Yeah,
party
do you want
pooper.
crabs and semen or not?
I want all. I want. There's no. All right. Hold on. Let me think of how
Yeah,
to
say
phrase
it.
this.
Just say
Appropriate
it,
organ.
Corvin.
Appropriate organ acquisition. AOA. Appropriate organ acquisition.
Great.
I'm writing that down now. AOA.
You lost me, to be honest.
Juba.
Could be anyone's.
Yeah, Juba walks by with just like a round of drinks and hey, morning everyone. We've got the crab special as we usually do. Crab stuffed shells.
Juba, I have a question for you.
Yes.
C'est un petit question.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for a crab approximately of this size? And I gesture to the one in Gartu's hair.
Little tiny one.
It's like, have you heard of something? It is very popular back home called the popcorn chicken. This is like.
Yeah.
Kentucky fluff bucket over here.
This is like popcorn crab. You know?
Pop crab.
We gotta
It's
have our
just a
fun
little-
before zombies kill us all. Just let it happen.
What are you going to say no to a rat? A talking rat, come on.
Never in
You
my
only got ideas.
life did I expect this. Well, that's only one. You know, if you can get me,
If I got you like a bucket full,
I would need probably a few hundred, maybe. Might be worth it.
food for all day.
Pop food for pop thought. Yep.
Wait,
If only I just didn't drink that tonic just now.
I mean, it is over. It is, shut up. Shut the fuck up, Garcia.
Whoa.
Well, Does anyone want any food? I've got a round of drinks here. If you want some more, you can pay up. But
Yeah, Corvin, have some drinks again.
I will. Wait, hold on. You work here. Did you see the Isabella Jenny, the ship, the crew that last night? What do you remember from last night? You see folks come in?
yeah, we get all kinds that come in here.
What do you remember from last night?
I mean, I remember everything. I have to run this establishment, so I don't really imbibe by the beverages that we serve. But they came in. They every now and then they do a kind of a run that they take. I'd probably say once every 2 months they're back this way.
They'll be back.
Probably in about 2 months, or I mean, I don't know, but that's the pattern that they've been taking.
Do you know what business they're in?
Wouldn't be able to tell you. They take on some help from the port when they leave. They usually come here, grab a few hands, and head out. Whatever work they're doing.
Like real hands.
Like pirates, yeah.
Like pirates' hands. They cut off their hands and they bring them with them.
Oh, I haven't seen them cut off anyone's hands. No.
Have you seen them cut anything else out?
I mean, there's fights all the time in this part, right? You can't walk 2 feet without getting into a fight. So
2 feet as well.
Yeah.
Feet, hands, organs. Oh my God.
So you're not alone.
They're a tough bunch. If you have trouble with them, I don't think the 5-6 of you are gonna be much of a threat against their kind of the power that they're, the sheer manpower alone that they're kind of working with, right?
That's what I
Okay,
was saying.
I have a proposal, everyone. We pool the money that we have. We have this map, and we can be freelancers, privateers, and maybe find treasure and get rich. But we also get my kidney back. Spleen?
Do we know it's a kidney?
I can't quite reach in there and just find out right now.
You can lose a kidney and still have one left over, so...
You can lose a finger and have 9 left over, but I don't want to lose a finger.
You might.
If you owe the money.
I don't owe anyone. I don't owe anyone any money.
You know, sorry, this just I've just been standing here while you're having this conversation. A friend of mine actually around here somewhere, Pete is his name. He had a run-in with those pirates, and now that you're saying about missing things and stuff like that, we call him Jim Leg Pete because he's got the leg of someone named Jim. Him and his buddy Jim went up against those pirates. They killed Jim. They took Pete's leg, but Pete managed to grab Jim's leg, and now they've attached Jim's leg to Pete, so Jim Leg Pete we call him. But he had a run-in with them a while back. He might be somewhere.
Look, Juva's got a support group for you and everything.
When you say they managed to attack, who? What?
I'm not a doctor, man.
Who?
We are
Like
so
somebody?
close to lockdown. Come on, keep up.
Who's been attaching legs to people?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they did it as like a cruel prank or something. Here's
That's some
your
ingenuity.
dead friend's leg that you got attached to your body now.
It's kind of nice. You can keep him with you all the time.
It's not nice.
And have a leg.
He died.
He lives on with you.
Beautiful.
You take him on your adventures.
I don't want to meet these and fight and then like have
You are very
your
closed off. No,
leg
no, no.
grafted
My
to
organs, my organs.
and then I have like a little rat leg instead of my. I don't want that.
I
don't
don't
want
want
that.
that.
This is
Take
good. Why do
What
you
if we
think this
can't
is
find
good?
your kidney?
Flopbucket's
We need to
leg
find
belongs
someone
to me.
else's
That would be
kidney.
my leg.
What?
I don't want anyone's legs.
You're not fucking getting my leg.
I don't want your leg. This is a no leg situation. I'm writing that down. That's an NLS, a no leg situation.
You can have my leg,
Jimmy
Renee.
is Ice cakes, no.
I think Corvin's getting a bit exasperated that people are not taking his missing organ seriously.
Did you all end
Some
up...
of us...
Yeah, sorry, there, fella.
That's all right. I was just gonna say, Jimmy's already knocking off the bucket list. He died.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it on your list of
have
things
that
to
one on
do
my
to
list.
die?
I mean, everyone's going to do it. You may as well add it to your list and be like, oh, I'm facing it head on. I am prepared.
You know, and sometimes you die and then you start living.
Wait. What the? That's not true.
Don't know if that's true.
It is, trust me.
Did all you end up talking to Esperanza about that boat after, or?
Wait.
I got distracted by something came up.
So you have
think
a
something
line on a
came
boat.
Yeah, we do. We got some money, too, because we collected a bunch of crabs. So, like...
Well, that was money I gave you for collecting all those. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Thank you, by the way. We use them for the specials that we're frying up in the back there.
Oh, we're eating that crab right now?
Sorry, two of you, wig fellow and a tough-looking guy. We got a crab special.
Excuse you? What
Wig?
did you call me?
Wig fellow.
Is that a wig? Are you wearing a wig?
Okay, Garthew removes himself from the situation immediately.
Garthy gets up and leaves. Oh,
I go and scoff you.
Oh, they're both gone. Okay, I didn't mean to offend your... Sorry, I thought it was obvious. I thought we all knew. I thought that everyone
Rat's not here, so you
I
better
don't think
fucking
that's a
watch
wig.
yourself.
I think that's hair.
knew. My mistake.
I'm a doctor, and that's hair. That's real hair.
Oh, my mistake. Apologize to your friend. Anyway, if you want food, 1 silver piece. Get you a nice little bit of grub there. Like I said, drinks right now on the house. Or this round on me. As, again, a little thank you. But here on out, we're paying for our drinks. But appreciate you all doing that work for me. I'll start up breakfast if you're all staying for a bite to eat before heading out.
I gotta go find Garthy, make sure he's okay.
All right, I'll be here.
Hey, Daddy.
Garthy?
Am I in earshot of him still? I ran down to the beach.
You're just running to the beach.
I'm looking for the little crabs that Garthew already spit up, and I'm like capturing them if I can.
You've got a little crab pot, a tiny crab pot. You've set out.
A crab
It's a fluff
bucket, if you will.
They're normal size.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
full-size crabs.
True.
Yeah, that
true.
works.
I'm just grabbing crabs.
Crab.
I know someone!
Corbin, you just walk by FB. I know someone.
Oh, we are going to be rich! Garthew rich!
What a day.
What a day.
Yeah, no, Corbin will just find Garthew and make sure he's okay and say like I don't know why that guy said that. I don't know why he thinks you're wearing a wig. Like, I'm a doctor. It's obviously real hair.
Okay.
I can tell. Who's ever heard of a pirate wearing a wig? That's insane.
He says, I have a secret to tell you, but you must not tell anyone else.
It's about the crabs.
He takes off the wig, and the hair beneath is almost exactly the same as the wig. And he goes, I'm sure you recognize this face. You must not tell anybody.
Corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two photos.
Can I trust you with my secret?
I just want my organs back.
We have become good friends, Mr. Doctor. And he puts his wig back on and affixes it. And he feels that a weight has been lifted now that he has shared his secret identity, which he's certain Corvin must have recognized. And he puts his wig back on.
Having an existential.
Corvin just silently goes back to the rest of the group and then is like, yeah, shall we try and get a ship?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Hey, Nettie, now that we're friends, do you think you could buy me a drink?
I'll add it to your tab. But maybe when we find some treasure, we can square that off.
It's true.
What are we going to
And
name
your
the ship?
organ. We'll get your organ.
Oh,
Or
good,
someone's organ.
good ship needs a good name.
Also, something
we go with
seaman related?
I was gonna say I've got a name for us.
Yeah. Go on.
I think we should call it the Real Seaman.
The SS Real Seaman. Both of the S's stand for seaman.
The seaman, real seaman. I like it. It has repetitions that is important for the memory.
Shanty they sing is seaman, real seaman.
You can just hear them coming in the fog. You can't see the ship, but you hear the song in
You
the fog.
always hear the real seaman coming.
Listen, if it's not seaman, real seaman.
We don't want it.
It's the real seaman, not the simulated seaman.
I might
No
pass away.
artificial seaman.
Seaman.
Dead. I crossed that off my bucket list. I'm fucking dead.
Give a ship a good name.
Listen, I'm just saying, if we don't name it that, I'm not fucking coming up.
No one will be coming without the real seaman. It's true. I think it is a beautiful name.
With that, the ship that you haven't purchased yet has been named, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. BRB, everyone!
Oh my god.
Seaman.
We're back. Last episode, this is a podcast. Last episode, you all had a lot of discussion about crabs. Corvin patched himself up, as well as Garthu took care of the poison after a clairvoyance kind of vision of the past, of like kind of being from the viewpoint of one of the vicious sea crabs that took over the beach. Excuse me, and you had this kind of vile feeling of something was kind of directing this to happen. Along with the realization, not even a realization, but the slow understanding that things have been getting much worse in the Dark Caribbean lately. Much worse than even the stories have led you all to believe. But you all once again reunited at Juba's to kind of discuss things. Garthu ran away after Juba was like, is that a wig? To reveal his secret identity to Corvin. Nettie,
So much pressure.
Yeah, Nettie, Skaggs, and Renee formed a fuck, I was gonna alliance, the Tyrants. As FB is collecting crabs of the beach. But more or less you were all gathered back. You named the boat that you're going to buy. Haven't bought it yet, but you named it the SS Real Seaman, which stands for Seaman, Real Seaman.
I think I'm gonna commission an artist.
You got money for that?
Yeah, I'll find some.
But yeah, you all
Tell
are.
them that they're getting paid in exposure, you know, because we're gonna be big.
God.
Sun
I'm sure they'll love that.
Brutal. You're all still at Juba's, sitting around the table. Anyone who drank some grog, some good old beer, you can restore a D4 of hit points if you're down.
Great.
Which is good. I know Garth, you was probably at 2, I think.
Yeah, that's correct.
4 whole hit points.
Hey, let's flip and go.
Sorry, what kind of dice was that?
A D4.
Oh, beautiful.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, you're sitting around the table. Juba has brought some breakfast. There's kind of like a breakfast spread, but there are also those kind of shelled crabs, where he has scooped out those weird green eyes that you saw in the shelled creatures and replaced it with just nice little stuffed crab. Little delicious little snack. But there's some eggs and some various fish.
I'm gonna slam my drink down on the table. Treasure. How are we getting this treasure?
Well, okay, here's the map. Do you recognize any of the landmarks here?
Do I recognize any of the landmarks?
Oh, sorry, I was
Have we
reading.
lost Jack?
Oh, I thought something was wrong with the sound. I was reading chat. I'm so sorry. Audio
You're
brain
fine.
took over. I was like, wait, what's going on with the sound? Nothing is going on with the sound. There are the sound of drinks being poured. I have some tavern ambience on.
Now,
Sorry.
Beth's looking down on camera, and I keep hearing fizzy drinks, so I'm just imagining just out of view, she just keeps
Pouring
pouring
drinks.
7-Up
Yeah, just
endlessly.
perpetually pouring things.
Sorry, you said, do you recognize landmarks? Was that what you were asking? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you tell me, how familiar do you think Nettie is with the area of the UMC? Do you think Nettie's been around for very long, or
I'm on vacation.
you're just
So-
seeing the sights?
Just seeing the sights. I maybe we've come this way like once or twice before, but I'm a hardworking man. I don't get a lot of time off, so not that familiar with it.
Yeah, you can make a presence check if you want. And I can say it's going to be DR 14, just due to the not being too familiar with the area itself.
Okay. Oof. +1, 11.
11. You're not too sure. I mean, some of the map features seem very unique. Like it feels like it could stand out, but you're not sure offhand.
I haven't been here very many times.
Okay.
Doesn't look that familiar to me, really.
It doesn't to me.
Anyone else?
I suppose I can roll for it.
I'll let one more person take a little roll for it.
Yeah, they're drinking so much 7-Up tonight.
Only that is my
6.
drink. I am mixing things.
A 6, and that that's not presence, is it? Again?
Presence, yeah.
So that's a 5 I rolled.
Brutal. No, you're not sure
not
at all. This could be the first time that Garthew's kind of been in the area at all.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Me.
Everyone, we got a map. We can fucking find some treasure.
You do know that Bloodwhip was heading to the Yuma Sea, and you're in the correct area. Like you do have that to go on. You spotted another large island, obviously that you chose between going to the one that had signs of life versus the larger island. Initially, when you were leaving that deserted island, but yeah, you know, at least you're in the correct area in general.
Is there anyone else that we can trust to ask about these locations?
I wonder if we should, as we acquire a ship, if we might need to crew up and maybe have a local navigator or something.
Yeah, we know a shark.
That's true.
You know a shark.
Yeah, he's a good swimmer, I think.
I mean,
Sharks
I
tend
hope
to be.
so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know his life.
Where is this? Is it like the rat
What do you mean, like the rat?
talking?
It's honestly, it's a lot lately. A lot of the talking animal stuff it's getting to me a bit.
Just in the distance, you hear like a really heinous French rat laugh. Just as I'm elbows deep in crabs.
Which sounds like.
Talking. Okay. Where is your shark friend? Do you owe money to the shark friend? That's who took your liver? Kidney.
Like a land shark.
He was just a fisherman. They live down below the waves. There are all sorts down there. Further down, the wilder they get. He seemed like he might have been somewhat close to the surface, maybe.
Bit curious that he left and you are short an organ.
Are you suggesting that he chomped it out of me?
Only one person's missing right now.
This doesn't look like a bite mark. This is like someone used a blade here.
He didn't have... Okay, so he has fins, no legs. Just tail, fins.
I'll be honest, I'm not 100% clear on his anatomy and I didn't look too closely.
He has legs. He was walking and shit.
But no hands. So maybe not him then.
I think he had little fingers on his fins, you know?
Fingers.
That's... it's crafting a picture, for sure.
It is. It does.
Yeah.
Well, I fucking saw him grab a mug and shit, so...
You saw him shit, Renee. In the sea, where we all shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the fish man.
He was drinking with us.
Maybe he also lost an organ, but it was an important one.
Well, maybe he's dead.
All of my organs are important.
Well, you seem to be okay without that one.
You'd be okay without an ankle, but I'm not going to, take your ankles away.
I'd fucking give him my ankle, you know?
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, calm down.
I haven't thrown up the crab in over 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Big smile on Garthy's face.
Fluff Bucket's gonna be pissed. He had an empire growing.
Yep.
Garthu! Garthu, I need more crabs!
All right. We get the semen, real semen. We purchase it. All right. And then we put that proudly on the side of the ship when we start sailing.
Where are we
this treasure
to, though? That seems to be our biggest holdup right now.
I say we try this little island over here. And by little, I mean fucking gargantuan.
Right, it's probably about 10 times the size of this island, Renee.
Oh.
Right, I can't read a map.
You can look at the pit. Look at this one, Renee. This one on the map looks this big. This one on the other side of it is about that big.
Yeah, I failed those little puzzle things.
No, Bert, that makes sense, Renee.
Little puzzle things?
Yeah, you know when you put the little shapes.
The jigsaw.
I don't. I've never done that.
Okay, so you got like a little cube, right? And then the cube has little shapes on it.
The jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. See, the Yixapuzel.
Is this like the real semen test?
No, fuck no. I'm a real seaman, Corvin.
Well,
I think you
I
actually have to fucking fail that test to get out on the sea.
yeah.
Yeah. I think discreetly finding a navigator or some local knowledge could be the way to go.
Right.
I don't think we want to let too many people know that we have this map.
No,
However,
no. The fewer
Says the
hands,
man
the
that-
less shares there are, you see.
Yeah, too
Well,
bad
that
Corvin
too.
already fucking told the bartender.
hey, you only have the map because of me.
Alright.
How did you get the map?
The captain handed it to me while the ship was being evacuated. I don't know why he didn't just I guess the captain doesn't leave the ship or leaves the ship last or goes down with the ship, but he didn't.
Yep.
He handed it over to me and said, "Hey, this is what we're headed toward," and that was the last I saw him. And I don't know why he chose me.
You know what that means, Corvin? Our ship ever goes down, you better fucking die with it.
What? No, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that.
That makes Corvin the captain then, I guess.
I'm not a captain.
We gotta get you a captain's hat.
No.
Quad corn. The more corners on their hat, the higher your rank. That's how it works.
No.
That is
no.
how it works.
No, I don't need to be a captain. There's no
I don't
need
even
to,
have a hat.
for me to be a ship's.
I'll get you a hat.
Oh, thanks.
I'm a doctor. I'm a surgeon. I'm a physician.
Captain Doctor, right. Does it all. That one.
I don't.
Jack of all trades.
I don't want to do it all.
You
I
never
wanna do
tell
as
that
little
he-
of it as possible right now.
You never tell that he's missing an organ. He does it all. You know, that's what we'll tell
Probably
people.
fucking making an organ right now.
Right? I hear all kinds of animals have organs. You might be able to just pop one out. Stick it in.
Pop one out.
Like a Yixapuzel.
That guy's got Jim's leg.
Jim Leg Pete. Yeah.
Hey.
You like a living
Fluff Bucket.
Yixapuzel.
Pull out an organ from one of those crabs. Give it a Corvin here.
I think we figured out how to survive in Pirate Borg, and it's just to shit around forever and never
Never do
get into any
anything.
trouble. It's
Yeah.
the only way to survive.
Eventually,
All right.
Hang out, talk shit.
Let's go.
eventually, some pirates are just going to come in and start a fucking fight.
Just stay put this long.
Going to purchase the shit.
Yeah, you guys head out, leave Juba's and head over towards where Esperanza is. She kind of eyes y'all up. Oh, you're back for the old back take the ship, are you? Did you get the silver that I wanted?
Yeah.
Right.
Mon père, we have the silver for you, so you deserve the gold.
Someone better get this fucking
Oh,
rat away from me. I'm going to kick that rat into the ocean if none of you takes
Mon
it.
Sally, you wound me. Would you like a crab?
I'm telling you, I'm going to boot it. It's
I
going.
want to see a crab get kicked into the ocean.
I present the crab.
There'll be time for that.
What is this little crab? What's that? What's that about? Give me a presence roll.
Wait.
Wait.
Oh. So, okay, I have a question for you, Justin.
Sure.
I have something that's typically combat, but we're fucking around. I have
Yeah.
intimidating presence
Yeah.
where close enemies have a -2 to morale. Is she my enemy in this moment?
Morale is a whole other system.
Damn.
Morale is like, let's say you guys were taking on a pirate crew, and let's say you killed their
okay.
captain straight away. They can make a morale check to see if they want to stick around.
All right.
That's how morale works.
She want to stick around.
Oh no! That is a 5.
A 5? She kicks the fucking crab. Boots it out of her head. It goes sailing across.
Shall you wound me?
I'm telling you, I'll wound you. I'll shove you in a cannon and fire you at the fucking sun.
Hey, listen, I heard if you kiss him, he'll turn into a prince.
Oh, I'm not kissing that.
Are you sure?
Listen, Larry, I got fish. I've got fish to sell, and I've got a ship for sale. Now, which are you taking?
Yeah, we want to buy the ship.
All right, 400 silver. It's yours.
All right.
Cough it up, and I'll give you this deed here to the ship.
Okay.
Now, it's called the Driftwood.
Got some money.
It's on the deed.
Can we
Don't
change
call
that?
anymore.
It's your ship. I don't care what he does with it after that.
Ah,
Now, I don't suppose you know... You didn't see anyone sneaking around last night, did you? Someone broke into my ship. Fucking got blood everywhere. I'm rotted.
What?
I'm never getting that blood out of me deck.
Oh, that's awful.
Right into the boards, it's soaked. That's hard to get out. Blood.
well, man, maybe you know that sounds very similar to your situation.
All over the bedroom is in there.
Oh, terrible.
Did you find an organ?
No. What? Just blood. A lot of blood.
Corvin is looking for an organ. You did not find anything.
Why would... No.
So that's very suspicious.
Not
There
even
seems
like
to
a
be
little useless one?
Now,
no, not even like a little spleen or a
A
bunny.
little useless one. All of my organs are normal sized. None of my organs are small.
So it's like un petit gallbladder.
My gallbladder is normal sized. It's a normal
It's
sized
alright
gallbladder.
if you have a small gallbladder. They come in all shapes and sizes.
There's lots... Listen, there's lots of... If you want to get away from me, there's lots of seagulls around there. You get a gallbladder out of one of them, all right? Leave me alone. If you didn't see anyone, that's all the business I have to do. You got your ship. Thank you for the 400 silver. Now,
Thanks.
piss
The
off.
ship. Okay, bye.
Before we go, you don't happen to know any navigators who are looking for a job?
Well, you know, most of the crews that were in sailed out early this morning. Most of them took off. Lots of things happening around, lots of treasure to be found in these parts, so they all try to get the jump on it early and get out there and try to get ahead of everyone else, right? That's the big rush for this whole area, Dark Caribbean. They wants to get out, find what's never been discovered, left behind by ancient civilizations, right?
Holy crap,
man
gets
always
the
be-
spleen.
Yeah. Anyway, I never... no, I'm not too certain. There might be a few around. Maybe Juba might know one or two. There's a couple of little pirate crews around, but they seem like the rough and tumble type. I don't know.
Just gotta find someone with a healthy body.
Right. Oh, speaking of healthy body, Jim Leg Pete's around here somewhere.
Right, that guy. We should go talk to
He
him
has at
about
least
how he got that fucking leg.
Wait, 4/5 of a healthy body.
Yeah, he does pretty well with that leg, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Does the leg rot? Does Jim's leg rot off of Pete?
I don't know.
Or does Jim's leg live on Pete? Or did Jim have a wooden leg and Pete also had a wooden leg and they just switched wooden legs?
Actually, a valid question.
It's a real leg that that Pete's got. Pete's got Jim's leg. Jim, gone. Don't know where Jim went.
I thought he
Jim
died.
still want to go places with that leg?
I don't know.
You mean Pete?
No, Jim.
Jim's
Is
gone.
Pete going over here, but Jim is like, I gotta go to the toilet.
No, Jim is dead, probably.
Just dead.
Yeah. Pete's got
I
Jim's
know
leg.
Jim is dead.
What the fuck
Does
are
he
you
have an
talking
idle
about?
foot? Is what
Maybe Jim is alive with a third man's leg.
Could be. Yeah. Could be.
It's like musical chairs, but with legs.
Someone's better get this fucking rat away from me, I'm telling you.
What? Do you have a problem?
Do you want to go, little rat? I'll fucking fight you.
I would watch this.
1v1 me.
I put money on it.
Hold me back.
Garthew starts to massage the shoulders of Fluff Bucket to get him ready and limber for
That's
combat.
how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die to the fish merchant.
If you want to fight me, little rat, I'll murder you.
I'll give you the plague.
I'll feed you to
I
the...
started it back home. I will start it here.
You started that?
Wait.
If y'all know what it's
How many people are around? How many people are within earshot? Is it pretty empty?
Give me a presence check. Just normal 12.
I just
Oh.
want to cry because I'm laughing.
10 minus 1, that's a 9.
You hear some random chatter kind of somewhat nearby, but it's hard to tell exactly how many.
Okay, I won't shoot the merchant then.
All right. We'll step back. We'll go meet Pete.
All right, our business is done now. If you don't want fish, fly the fuck. I'm watching you. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you fucking rat. You better fuck off. Fuck you too.
All right.
Skags is holding you back. All right, FB. All right, FB. Come on,
Yeah,
FB.
sure.
Yes, she was.
We got hard like a fish.
Right, I think she's just a woman of the sea. You know, she's got a stake. She's got to claim her stake in the world, right?
She's a real sea woman.
She's a real sea woman. You know, gotta respect it.
Respectful. No, I do not.
Okay, FB.
So we have a boat now.
You have a long
Yes, I
boat.
see. We'll see.
The Seaman, real Seaman.
It also has stats. Vessels and ships. I'll paste this later, but where are we? Longboat. It has 5 hit points.
That's less than Garthew. That's less than the sick Spaniard who threw up a bunch. Great purchase we made, guys.
To be honest,
I think it might be indestructible.
It has 50 human, quote unquote, 50 human hit points. Ships are multiplied by 10, both for damage.
Oh, okay.
So if you get hit by a fucking ship cannon, that ship cannon is dealing 10 times damage to you. Whereas you are dealing 1/10 of your damage if you were to run up and fucking try to stab a ship. You wouldn't stab a ship.
I think a ship that only has the strength of 10 frail men is still an unimpressive ship.
10 dudes just
yeah,
hanging
maybe
on to
you're
each
right.
other. No, you paid for it. 400 silver.
That I would stab.
So we have a ship, but we don't have a crew.
We got a crew.
We are the crew.
We're some of the crew for sure.
This ship is not that big. We can handle it.
I mean, we have a
You
doctor.
you said
We have a
you didn't
doctor, we
want
have a
more
cook.
fucking people.
Those are vital roles. It's important to have a doctor and a cook.
And a real seaman.
What?
We're
don't know
all
what-
real seamen. Each and every one of us, all I see around me, seamen, seamen.
All
Seamen.
At least he's
around
not
me
gonna
are
hate-
familiar seamen. No direction.
All right.
Look,
I'm just a little bit more, you know.
what's your skill exactly, Renee?
You're a big old seaman.
Yeah, that's it. That's my skill.
Big seaman.
Jesus Christ.
You know, like
Now is not the time for religion, Garthew.
I remember when No Fame was a family show.
Was
No,
this?
I
I
don't.
don't think that's
No,
true.
I don't remember that at
I
all.
don't think that's true at all. I don't think that was ever true.
I'm pretty sure I played a cult leader at some
Yeah, last time I was on this show, people were eating each other's flesh with forks and stuff. So this
Yep.
is a little
You also
semen
had
talk.
nunchucks.
Yeah.
Toning it down a bit.
He also got shot in the stomach and died.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Before I could nunchuck a man. It's
That
hard
could
times.
still happen.
Yeah, that could still happen.
We'll do it with Jim's leg.
Should we go talk to this Jim Pete?
Let's get that
Yeah.
over with.
You guys, if
Everyone's
you
so
this is-
invested.
This is for you, so we can grab a seagull spleen and give it to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Jim leg, bone, arm, limb is gonna know about how to attach a seagull's beak to my colon.
I think he will.
It's positivity that Renee brings. It's that big semen positivity.
Positively insane, yeah. For sure.
Sure, let's see what happens.
You guys can essentially this system, this module, you can just hire on crew. There's only one that's available for hire, and it's Jim Leg Pete. Jim Leg Pete knows the area, can navigate fairly well, and it would be, they'll cut in for an even split of so if there's 6 of you, everything will be split into 1/7. If you all find treasure, whatever treasure you're heading out to find on the old map, or whatever, you don't have to disclose that you have a treasure map, you're just looking for a navigator, whatever you guys want, but he'll take an even cut. You look at this fellow, real rough looking guy, a little older, kind of haggard, and sure, he's wearing like really cut off shorts that really highlights his other leg.
His friend's leg.
Tell me more about the leg situation.
He's got like
I
fucking
need-
jean shorts. Pockets out.
Not wait. So it's Jim Leg Pete with the jorts.
With the shorts.
Jim Leg Pete jorts.
Yeah, he's got cowboy boots.
Not the Daisy Dukes, just Daisy Dukes on.
Across the butt, it just says groggy. Jesus Christ. It doesn't. Yeah, real
It says you.
Raycon,
In my
yeah.
head, it does now.
Just a real tough looking individual of the sea. Looks like his
You
leg
mean?
is infected for sure. Doesn't look good. Kind of, he's got
Hey,
like
but he's got a fucking leg.
yeah, he's got like a walking stick to kind of help him out.
Is he moving Jim's leg, or is it just rotting in him?
Kind of just is rotting a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
this
no.
is clarified now.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
less
I think-
than ideal.
I think he has it figured out.
I'll go along. I'll go along with you if you want. I know this area like the back of my leg.
Wherever it is.
Promising.
I'm writing that down. I know this area like the back of my leg.
Only me left one. Otherwise.
Renee's gonna scan the legs. Alright. Yeah, we're just
Well-
looking for someone to work on our ship. I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
Are you an artiste?
What do you mean by that? I do seashell art.
Perfecto. Take the seashells and arrange them to the seaman, real seaman on the side of the boat.
Oh, that's your ship down there, Doc, is it? The seaman.
Pretty
real seaman.
seashells.
Right, that's what the SS stands for. I was wondering. Quick work of that. I'll grab me stuff and I'll get on board and we'll take off.
Great. I guess we'll be on the first leg, the first part of our journey.
Yep.
Don't be fucking rude,
Garth
Corbin.
shoots a glance at Corbin.
Corvin, you are getting us up on the wrong foot here.
Garth shoots a glance at
I'm
Fluff.
sorry. I'll step up.
I just disappear into the wig.
Homer Simpson meme.
Yeah.
Jim, like Pete, heads down to the old SS Real Seaman. A lot of you have bought rations and stuff. There's no longer any markets. You can still buy rations, which are a silver a piece for a ration. You can buy them from Juba, which is just a little bundle of those delicious crab stuffed seashell things.
Question: did my 2 spiced burtle turtle kebabs stay intact along with my smoked meat, exquisite smoked meat, or did I lose those things?
No, you didn't lose anything. I'll say maybe you guys might have had to eat when you were at sea.
Probably. Okay.
So-
I choose to have eaten the burtle turtle kebabs,
There you go.
and I'm keeping my exquisite smoked meat. And I guess I gave one to Nettie while
Sure.
we were trying not to die.
Gaspar just starved.
Fuck him.
That's why you fucking left.
Yeah, that's
and he
why you
went and
left.
saw those other guys. All right, Jim Leg Pete, I have another question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, we may have someone who has a similar condition to you.
They don't have Pete's leg, do they?
They didn't get Pete's other leg, they're missing another part, and I'm just wondering how this operation went.
Oh, this wasn't an operation. We got into a big old scrap with Isabella Jenny out on the sea. We heard that they had quite a haul on them. We heard that they got quite a bit of loot off of one of them islands out there somewhere. So we chased them down dead of night, thinking we could take them out. But I don't know, there was something off about that ship. They knew we were coming somehow. I'm not quite sure how, and when we got on board, there was all kinds of wild shit happening, stuff I've never seen before. They were fighting with some kind of extra natural means, I think. Fighting beyond what we were expecting, as to say the least.
Damn.
So did Jim's leg just crawl onto your leg?
No, I woke up on a beach like this here.
Oh shit. Okay, this changes Jim Leg Pete entirely.
Wait,
was
I thought you were
Infused with
Pete.
his leg.
And I know this is Jim's leg because he has his name tattooed on it.
Things are bad enough that people have to label who, it's like when you go to school and you have a label on your lunchbox and things and your clothes.
That's what your fucking problem was, Corvin. You didn't fucking put Corvin on your spleen.
So I now have knuckle tattoos that say Pete Pete.
Fucking brilliant idea.
4 of his limbs are Pete, 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 Jim.
To be fair, these aren't my limbs, so I probably shouldn't do that.
Oh, Isabella got you too, did she?
Oh,
Look, we don't have to talk about this now.
Listen,
I thought you fucking wanted your organ back.
they're a dangerous sort. They are. I don't know what they're operating with. They've got some kind of shenanigans that they're up to, otherworldly or not. Listen, a lot of things bad have been coming out of that sea, and I think that they've got some kind of hand in, or maybe they've found something that gives them a little bit of an edge.
Garthu is making a face. Is this the first time he's heard Renee casually refer that his limbs are not his own?
Probably, I would imagine.
No one else is questioning that?
I think I missed that, and I'm glad to have missed it.
Should I roll something for thinking too hard about that? Or?
So I got another question for you. Do you think that Elizabeth Jenny sewed the leg back on just because she thought it was funny?
Could have been, yeah. Could have been something like that.
All right.
It is funny.
It is a little funny, yeah.
Is it funny? That's my buddy Jim. Me and him were best friends.
That's
Oh, he's
what makes
always
it
with
funny.
you.
Now he's with you.
Yeah. The confusing
Now
thing
you
is,
Now
I've
you
got
are
his
best
name.
buddies.
I've got his name in a heart tattooed on my chest, so that's a bit confusing if they take my chest, right? They're going to think it's Jim's chest. With the
That's a
previously
chest problem.
established tattoos.
I just love that he only has tattoos of names.
Just 2 names. So his body says Pete, Jim.
Would you believe that this was a pre-established NPC I came up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't got one of the mom tattoos on your arm, do you?
I was fucking cooking in the kitchen. And I was like, Jim like peas. That's how it happens, folks. That's how the bread gets
And then
made.
we all win.
You're
Oh my god. Sorry. Where
Well,
were we?
Who's to say?
We're about to leave. Yeah?
I'm good. And me, the other pirate with a completely different voice, is also good.
all right, Skaggs.
Welcome to No Fame, where at least 9 of the characters across 3 different series talk like this.
Before we leave, did I gather enough crabs to sell for my popcorn crab empire?
Give me a presence check.
Stop making me roll presents.
Presents.
I am not good at it.
You can do
Also,
well.
it is one of my better skills. All right, I rolled in here, not on there.
A what?
Hold on.
I was like,
There's no
That was
number
for
with
me,
that
that
many
was not for
syllables in it.
you. Huh. Oh! That is a 19! I'm fucking rich in crab money!
you get a bucket of
Take that, Esperanza!
tiny popcorn crabs. You're walking up the beach just flipping off Esperanza.
Fuck you, look at my crabs!
She throws a knife, but it just digs into the sand. You bring it to Juba, and Juba looks... Oh, right. Okay. I wasn't expecting you to actually gather up about 100 of them, right? I'll give you 30 silver for that,
Alright.
if you want. I think that's a pretty good deal. A couple of them will make a meal. I don't think I'll make much money off it, but maybe if people like it, I'll tell them where they got
That's what
it.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
We start building a plan to
We'll
get
do a
out,
test.
you and I.
We'll do a exclusive test menu that we'll have here.
For like the rich clientele, you know.
Yeah, FB's popcorn crab.
Crab. Wait,
KFB's popcorn crab.
wait. That is it.
Yeah,
Alright, au revoir.
finger looking good, I think is the catchphrase.
Cat break.
Cat break.
What happens if there's someone else's fingers?
I don't know.
What? Oh. I thought for a moment I was like, no, you're not cooking the fingers. But you're the licking of the fingers. Are you licking other people's fingers?
No, I
I'm
meant
not.
like a gym leg situation.
Oh, I thought you were walking over and like other people's fingers. And I was like, that's maybe no sanitary.
I guess technically I'm licking someone else's fingers.
Oh,
Again with
no.
that.
Yeah.
We must have noticed this time.
Well, I don't think you should do that.
Well, I have to.
I disagree fundamentally.
All right.
You're making me
fingers?
second guess the second in the hierarchy. You're licking other people's fingers. I don't want you. I don't want to wake up with like my fingers in your mouth.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, Fluff Bucket.
We've got a bit of a triarchy going here too, anyway. Between the three of us, Annette, me, and Renee, and Eddie. A triarchy.
Yeah.
You're all right.
And whoever else's fingers you're dealing with.
Right. Well, they're They're mine.
Yeah?
You have your name tattooed on them, though.
I don't.
10 times.
It might not be
That would
yours.
be... I mean, you're damn right.
Might be able to get him
gonna have-
tattooed somewhere, not here probably, but maybe somewhere, Renee, we can get Renee tattooed on him.
We can ask. Was it Pete? I got confused with the Jims and the Petes.
Yeah, it's Pete, because he's got Jim's leg, right? Jim leg Pete.
But he has Jim on his heart.
Yeah, because he likes, they're best friends, right?
Oh.
But he's got Pete on his knuckles, because those are his knuckles.
So you can see what Pete got his.
But he's got Jim on his other leg, on Jim's leg, to
On
say
Jim's
that that's Jim's leg. I assume he has Pete on his other leg to differentiate him.
Maybe on the sole of his foot.
I hear they wear off pretty quickly, getting a tattoo down there. Lots of walking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gang, are we hitting the sea?
Yeah, we should do that.
You all hit the
All
sea.
is aboard the SS Will Simon.
A tattoo is between 10 and 150 silver. I was just looking that up. Depends
Yeah,
on...
I got that money.
Diddy's like, what?
Why don't we just, like, stick and poke me on the ship?
I can do that.
Figure
I
that
got
out.
very small hands. I can get some fine
Use
needles.
one of your whiskers, just poke it out. And just
I was going to
start
use one of my
poking.
nails.
Catch a squid. You know?
We ink it. We.
You all...
Some takoyaki.
Yeah. You all hop on your new boat. Incredible. The old SS Real Seaman. It'll take it's a few hours of sailing once you kind of leave the port area of Port Nelson. You guys are on the south coast of Rumkey, sorry. I said K earlier. You're on the south coast of Rumkey. The Yuma Island, Jimleg Pete is telling you all that the island's fairly big. Depends on what you're looking for, where you're trying to go. There's a lot of ground to cover. It's probably easier to sail somewhere in particular. Hit a single location, or if you need to jump around locations, you could trek through. It's a lot of heavily jungled areas on the Yuma Island itself. Jim is telling you stories about, listen, I've been hearing all kinds of stories over that way that are all stuff that keep you up at night, right? All kinds of crazed creatures crawling out of the depths of the ocean, the deep ones coming up. There's a few of them around, and a lot of people tried to build a little civilization, little towns over here, and never heard from any of them again. Tried to set up shop, and that's it. Never saw any signs of life. No smoke signals, no nothing. They just disappeared without a trace. Lots of shipwrecks around here, too. Lots of ships just wreck along the coast. Dangerous old spot. You must be going over here for some reason, are you?
Sounds like a whole lot of stories to keep people away.
That could be it, too, yeah.
Could be it. Yeah, could be it.
You know, I'd be okay if we stayed on the Real Seaman for the rest of my life, because I love the spray on my face.
How long did you have that one lined up? How long? How long? How long? How long? Because that was like locked and loaded for a while.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You had that semen locked and loaded, ready to fire.
Oh,
Maybe we should.
anyway, the boat sinks and everyone dies.
That's what we deserve.
Whew. Wow, Grayson.
There are a bunch of points that you could sail to. Jim Leg is happy to help out. He doesn't know the map. He doesn't know what you're after. He just knows that you're heading towards this island for some reason.
I'm so sorry, Rat Brain. Were there like definitive markings of where the treasure was, or was it just like this?
The captain's
island
map has some pretty definitive markings on it.
Is there a way that we can sort of like describe? Is it like those 3 fingers?
There are 3 like pillars, like fingers. Pete, no, they don't. There are 3 giant stone pillars that are kind of like reaching out of the ground near kind of a cliff face with a couple of sea caverns along the side.
Can you show the regional map again?
I sure could. It's up on stream, baby. So you guys are going to sail south. Well, I mean, the island. You could sail straight west, and hit the island pretty easily. It's going to take a few hours. You guys can move. It's 6 miles per little block, so I'd say probably 2 hours will get you across there pretty easily. Not too long. But depending on where you want to go, it's a very large island. Obviously, going to take a lot longer to get near the bottom of it. I'd say it'll be night if you guys aim for the south coast, and if you want to head just straight across, it's late afternoon, getting into early evening.
Does anyone have an idea of what portion of the island is depicted on the treasure map? No one's got a guess, right?
I don't know if we have that much info. I wonder if we're going to have to just sail around the island and scope the whole thing out.
Well, can we not ask Pete? Have you heard of these 3 fingers of the earth reaching out from the depths?
Right, I think, I seen, heard tell every now and then we'll sail around, right? We'll see some of the stuff that's there. We're out fishing, right? Trying to get some fish to sell in Port Nelson, but I might have saw them along the northern coast, around there somewhere, if we want to aim for that. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, there's lots of places to venture out along the coast. But if that's what you're aiming for some reason, if you're aiming for that particular fixture...
We've just heard tell of this beautiful point, and it is on my friend's bucket list.
Oh, you've got a bucket list too, do you? I've got a bucket list.
Oh, you have a bucket list as well.
My number 1 is Save Jim.
Oh no.
Awkward.
Yeah. Number 2, Die.
Whoever thought about...
What?
You know what? Respectful.
What is wrong with pirates?
We don't have a long life expectancy, but we live. You know, we live.
We do live. You ever think about necromancy?
Me?
I've romanced a couple of necks in my day. Renee.
Right.
I'm not unfamiliar with the old necromancy.
Yes, Justin. Yes. Very good.
I'm just saying, I think you could still, do what you gotta do with that bucket list. Save Jim.
Well, yeah, high on my list. Number 1 on my list is Save Jim. Yeah, I might use whatever treasure he gets. I might try to self-fund a little travel for myself and head out off after Isabella and see if I can see if Jim's alive and save him. One man army, I am. Well, I've got 2 arms, both of them are mine. One leg army.
For now. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, we also have a plan, so
And
maybe...
arms.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
We're looking for those fingers. Not your fingers.
No.
Fingers coming out of the land.
And
Yeah.
not to put them in our mouth either, just in case you
None of that. No.
All right, well, we can land along the northern area, northern shore. If we go straight west along, straight shot west, we'll hit the northern coast of
Right,
that
let's
island.
do that.
That'll get us pretty
Listen.
close to where we're trying to get to.
You help us with this.
Yep.
Corvin also wants to fuck up Elizabeth Jenny, so,
Okay, all right.
Maybe a little. Look, maybe.
You can lead into it, Corvin. It's all right if you want her spleen in return for yours.
I
It's a retribution.
actually don't
know that
want
it was your spleen.
to. So let's unpack this.
Okay.
Identity of missing organ unknown. Remedy for missing organ thus unknown. Idea of adding new different organ. Seagull, rat, question mark, crab. Just fill it with crabs. Have even thought about why not? Why not at this point? Why not just fill my inside with crabs? Different ideas being suggested here. But return to first principles. Missing organ unknown. Adding random pirate woman's organ, assuming gender of pirate. Into good, bad, not sure. In my experience as a physician, not
I'm
sure.
not saying you have to add it. You could just take it because she took yours. You see,
And just have it in a bag.
if you want, you could feed it to a shark. You're friends with one of those.
I am.
Make a little purse.
This feels good, She took something of yours. You take something of hers.
Is this why you're doing you're into the getting paid back kind of thing?
It is the business that I'm in. Yes.
Organ jewelry?
Not necessarily organs, but people have them, and they don't like to lose them.
It can confirm.
Also, Fluff Bucket, I would watch my fucking back around Corvin.
Has he said something to you?
He literally just said a rat spleen.
I know, I clocked that as well. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not giving you my organ.
The boat is not that big. Your boat, tiny. Tiny boat.
He better watch his mouth. Or he will lose another organ, eh?
So I would like to find out what happened, and maybe there's a peaceful solution where I don't know. It sounds like she's bad news, and maybe we shouldn't immediately go after her. Maybe we should go after explore this place, and see what we find, and that may what's the word? Embolden us?
Lure her to us. Oh, embolden.
No, I don't want to lure her to. I don't want to lure anyone who.
I'm
Can't
already
get your
emboldened.
spleen if you don't lure her first.
Again, with the spleen, that's not decided.
Well,
Do you want
yeah,
a kidney?
hearts
written-
is tough though, because then they usually die.
Or
And
just
they
Fucking take all of them.
Look, I got
Just
two notes
whole
here,
grab
which is-
bag of organs.
wait.
This is a no-leg
Handful of
situation,
spleens.
and we're talking appropriate organ acquisition, and those are the two principles that guide this.
But who decides what is appropriate, huh?
Not you, I hope.
I mean, who's to say?
Not you.
You're very close-minded, my friend.
I
I have
don't...
a book that you could read that might open your mind to the
How do you
possibilities.
how do you read it? The book is bigger than you. How do you read a book?
Do I not look like an... I could figure that out. I balance it against things. Come on, use your head, man.
You balance it against eggs.
Things. Do you understand
Things.
the
I
language?
can't hear you through your whiskers.
Things are also eggs.
I could also balance it
Grab
against
your
eggs.
swig.
I lived in the kitchen with got you. Sometimes I balance them against eggs. You have a problem with eggs?
Corvin, I heard a rat can eat through a man.
Wait. You better watch your fucking back. I'll go in that wound and I will come out the other
Okay,
side.
FB. All right, FB. Calm down, FB.
How about we see what's on the island first?
All right, I guess.
I don't want to lure Isabella. I think that's a bad idea. And from what Jim Leg Pete says, it sounds like she can take care of herself. Like there's half a dozen of us on this ship. Maybe that's not good against a whole pirate crew.
Sure, but maybe I could call my boys in.
Your boys?
Sure.
Your boys?
People who work for me.
Who works for you?
Many people work for me.
What do you do?
Lending. Didn't we already establish that? Borrowing.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you have personally lent money to someone like Renee, why are you following that up and not one of your boys?
Well, very recently, I letting my son take the reins a little bit. He's a good kid. Good head on his shoulders. We stepped into the family business.
He should get that head
on
tattooed.
Vacation.
Get his name tattooed on the head.
Does seem to be a problem here of missing body parts.
Be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
I'm on
because
vacation.
We're
I've worked
friends.
hard my whole life.
Also, we formed an alliance.
We did.
Pirates.
And I don't like to renege on that.
Okay, Mr.
we are.
Yim, aim the semen at this destination.
You can't be just saying Mr. Jim. That's my best friend that died.
Mr. Pete.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, Nettie might have said that sometimes they take your heart, but sometimes they break it too.
Oh, it's all right.
I'll be fine.
Necromancy.
I'll be fine.
All right.
No, let those feelings out. They are very good. This to pain we find who we truly are.
I'll be okay. I think I see land anyway. I think we're about there.
Good.
I gently stroke his face.
Don't stroke his face. Do that when you're off duty. Stop being on people's faces.
It's very
What, do you have a
captain of
problem?
you.
Are you jealous that I have not yet petted your face? Is this the problem?
Fluff Bucket now just has Fluff Buck.
On the back of it.
You all, it's getting into the late afternoon, early evening kind of time period. You all land upon the shore, and sure enough, what do you see sticking out from the cliffside are 3 pillars, and along the coastline you spot a small cavern leading inwards along this very large island, jungle-laden island. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
There's a joke to be made there. There's a joke to be made there.
I think we're all gonna...
The fingers are near the cavern, eh? As the seaman approaches.
The real seamen have come to the island. That's where we're going to finish the session.
The magnificent.
Okay, we could just cancel the podcast.
Someone will
that's
cancel
where
it for
it
us.
We can just cancel. It's okay. This was Scrampa levels of fucking just me completely breaking. Christ. What a session, friends. Holy shit.
Paul is leaving the group.
He's actively trying to like unplug his camera so that he can be like,
Dismantle
oh
his
no.
computer.
Yeah. He's unplugging his router, he's canceling all of his internet.
I'm leaving Canada.
Yep.
Just voted for the first time, and now you're like, you know what? It's not worth it.
They don't deserve me.
Friends, what a delightful time. Hey, in reverse, I didn't reverse my own list. In reverse order, if you want to say where people can find you and all that fun stuff, Grayson.
Hi, I'm Grayson. I've been Renee. You can't find me, but you can find me on the Real Seaman.
Real seaman of Rumkey.
Just at the very front of the ship, feeling the spray.
Speaking of feeling the spray, Paul!
Oh no!
You set yourself up for it.
It's because I'm messing around with my ring light. That's what I'm doing. Look. Yeah, my name's Paul. I've been Corvin, the increasingly exasperated. I mean, it's his own fault. He chose this, and he's lying. He's not a real doctor.
Ooh.
He's not a few things, and
Drama.
he's out of his depth, and maybe he deserves some of this anyway. So who knows? My social media handle is Policino, which is P-A-L. Nope, no, it's not. P-A-U-L-L-I-C-I-N-O, and that's everything. I got Patreon. You can read a bunch of stuff that I write for free, and I even got an old Tumblr, and you can read a bunch of stuff that I write for free. And then I got all the social medias that sometimes I go on, and then I look at them and I get sad, and I don't go on them for a week.
Yeah.
That's it. And Twitch, and I Twitch under that. I Twitch under Policino.
Hell yeah.
So that.
Hell yeah.
What I'm hearing is that Paul writes Old Man Yowie about this fairy show. And you
What?
can read that for
How did we
free.
get to this? How did that?
Just
my
renegade
mind just
Grayson
went.
the
My
whole
mind
time.
just went into outer space, and there's no way I should say it out loud.
There was a call out for bestiality earlier, though.
There's been a lot today.
Speaking of a lot today, Beth.
Oh, that is me.
I have been and will continue to be, much to Justin and Paul's dismay, Fluff Bucket, the rat.
I
And
forgot what your voice sounded like.
it's because Fluff Bucket is my true form. You can find me at Camilla Kip on Instagram or Camilla Kip on Blue Sky, and also on this channel playing Kivari in The Vast and CSS playing Fia, who's
The Vast,
also
The
great
Vast,
and cause no problem. Oh, The Vast.
Uncroyab.
On Craboya.
Aaron.
Hey, I'm Aaron. I am playing the mob boss Nettie, and we'll hopefully continue to play him for longer than Spots, but we'll see. I don't really exist on the internet other than I am also part of the Charisma Saving Show playing Ty.
Hell yeah. And Retson.
Hey, I'm Retson. I have been Garthew with his wonderful, beautiful wig, beautiful face, and secret identity one day to be revealed. You can find me on Twitch, Retson6502, where we are building games, making 3D art. We're learning about tech direction and special effects. All kinds of wonderful technology to be learned if you guys want to hang out there.
Technologia.
Technologia.
Hey, I'm here too. It's me, Justin. I'm the harbor keeper of our little series here. Hey, we do stuff here at NoFame. We have our Dire Odyssey D&D series, Silvistead, GM by Patrick, where we're also at sea. A lot of sea theme going on, okay? We just fought giant fish.
And a lot of guys who talk like this.
None of them talk like, none of them are heartbroken about Jim. And also, as Beth said, the Vast, which is our Starfinder actual play, which is inspired by One Piece, which is a show about pirates. Hey, there's a theme. Wasn't
There
on
is.
purpose. Truly wasn't on purpose. I don't know what. Oh Jesus! You know, I didn't even do the one thing that I need to do during the outro, which is look at see if anybody's streaming.
This is typical. This is typical.
Every fucking
Yeah, that feels
time.
about right.
You'd think I would learn. You think at this point I would learn?
No.
No.
Hey, look, Newfoundland streamer Masquerade is streaming Repo. We know
Hey.
we love Repo.
Yeah,
Repo.
Repo.
Yeah, we love Repo a lot. So stick around for the raid. Say hello to Masquerade. That rhymes. Wonderful. We'll be back probably in 2 weeks to see what the fuck happens with this goddamn crew. Jesus Christ. Truly one of the funniest fucking sessions of my entire life. That's it. That's all. Stick around for the raid, and we will see you next week probably.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Mwah.
Au revoir.